Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Sophia. I am doing another perfume review, and this time what's on the table is, I think it's a recent discovery for me, and I realize that this perfume's been around for quite a few years, but you know, I've always been one to kind of just stick to like the tried and true, and the ones that I've, and I'm going to do a review on it too, like Burberry Brit. Yeah, I've just kind of stuck to the same perfume, and I've mentioned in a different video that I just decided that 2021, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to find more perfumes. I'm going to find, just treat myself to something new. And I wanted to start with perfumes because I cannot be without perfume. I just love it. And I thought I should just, give other things a try because it's been so long since I've actually, just bought something and just tried it out and went a little bit out of my comfort zone. So anyways, just to get back to the video. I am doing this review for VERSACE Crystal Noir. Now I have seen this bottle and all the other crystals in department stores. I just, for some reason, never bothered to pick one up and smell it. Just never bothered. But, I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels, and I've been watching what other, people think about perfumes. And I can't say this has come up a ton, but it did come up on a couple of reviewers. And for some reason, the color of the bottle kind of surprised me, that how much I was attracted visually to the bottle. And I've heard a lot of people say that the bottle's a little ridiculous because it's so top heavy. But to be honest, I don't care. And I think the House of Versace tends to be a little flamboyant in some ways with some of its things. And, it's the Italian way. And, I thought, well, it's a beautiful bottle. It's dark and it kind of calls to me. Again, not a lot of reviews on it, but for some reason, each time the reviewers mentioned it, I was like, I wonder. I went to Dillard's. I'm from Colorado. I'm in Colorado, and I went to Dillard's and I saw it and I said, I was smelling other things. And for some reason, I just said, can I smell that one? I'm just curious. And I smelled a swatch and I thought, what, this kind of smells nice. And I put it in my pocket, but I was there for something else. And I went about my business. And then about a week later, I went back and I said, you know what? I really want to try this one. I asked if I could just spray it on the back of my hand, walked around with it. And I thought, I am getting coconut. And it's sexy and it's really warm. It's so beautiful. And I think like that first time I smelled it, I was just like, oh, okay, I got it on a piece of paper and walked away. This other time I thought, I kind of want to give it a try. Let me spray it on my skin. And the lady actually let me spray it on here as well. And I walked around, and just from there, I just fell in love. It is one of those perfumes where I just easily became obsessed with. That's how much I love the smell. I did that with Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, where I smelled it. That one was obsession at first sniff. This one, the second time it got me. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. It's me. It's like my spirit. It's me. As much as I like the Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, I love that perfume is heaven to me. But this, for some reason, just feels like me. Now, I am from Miami, Florida. So that being said, this smells like an evening on South Beach, Florida. This to me is an evening in South Florida. The tropical breeze, the water, hearing the water in the background, nightlife. I mean, this, you can wear it. To me, honestly, you can wear it whenever you want, but I just picture it like a warm tropical breeze, nighttime, wearing either like an evening dress or a sundress. Doesn't matter, because Miami, you can wear a sundress and high heel sandals any time of year. But that's what it reminds me of, just like a happy vibe and having like music in the background. Doesn't matter, just as long as it's, doesn't have to be like tropical or reggae or anything like that, but any type of music that just makes you happy, wearing your sundress, it's evening, heels, you know, again, warm breeze, drink in your hand, talking with people. It's just, it's so gorgeous. To me, this is Miami at night times in Miami. So as you can tell, I absolutely love it. So what I have here is, I believe this is a 90 millimeter, which is 3 ounces. And this is Eau de Toilette. I got the big one because I didn't want to mess around with the little one. And then I was curious to see how different it would be, because people were saying that the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum are very different. And so, of course, I had to go buy the Eau de Parfum, which I've used once. It's the same thing. I mean, people are talking about how they smell different. No, they don't. Like, I don't smell any difference. And if there is a difference, I'm not noticing it enough to say I prefer the Eau de Toilette over the Eau de Parfum. It's just so gorgeous. I don't know how to describe it, but a warm Miami nighttime party. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a big, like huge party or anything. It could be just a nice casual get together, a warm evening in Miami. You can hear definitely have to hear the ocean waves, and has to be warm, tropical. So I believe that the notes are the same on both. So it's not like this. I don't think so. I mean, I've done a little bit of research, not a ton of research, but I have done the research to see what exactly is different from the Eau de Toilette versus the Parfum. And I can't find a difference. And to be honest, they smell identical, which is nice. And I am so like in love. Full bottle. I have another one coming on the way. I have to have it. And you know what it is? You know what got me is that I was looking for just perfumes. And I was on fragrancenet.com. I think I've mentioned that. No, I went to Fragrance X on this one. And they had a tester, and I had done the other for the cloud video, and I called it a sample. I meant a tester. So what they do is they'll sometimes sell testers a little bit cheaper, because they won't come like this one, the tester, when I get it, it's the Parfum as well. And I got it for like $48. Seriously cheap. Or was that one 51? It's either $48 or $51. This I got in Dillard's, the first bottle, because I just had to have it. I didn't want to wait. I got it at Dillard's, and it was a bottle and a little body wash and a little teeny. I should have brought the little teeny one, exactly like this, but tiny. And it was $100. And really, this is what's selling, not the body wash or anything, because it's a little body wash anyways. 100. I got this one, I think, on either Fragrance X or fragrancenet.com. And I got this bottle. I believe it was like $65, $68, which is same size bottle like this. But it's a Parfum, which sells for a little more. The Dillard's only had the Toilette. They didn't have the Parfum. But anyways, I got this from the internet site. I believe it was $65 or $68 tops. Which is still a super good deal, considering that they're like 80 something when it's just the bottle. And then at the Fragrance X, I should be getting it on Thursday. So in 2 days, I believe I got it for 50. I want to say it was 51, because it's a tester. So I might get just the bottle like this without a lid, the top, which I don't really care, because as soon as I'm done with this one, I'll just put it on the other one. So yeah, if those of you interested in getting tester bottles, and the quality is the same. If in fact, to me, like, I would think a tester would probably be a little bit higher quality, or a little better, a little stronger, because the tester is what they use to sell it. So, you know, people try those on it to sample it, and that they have to be, you know, on their game there to be able to sell that. And as usual, I bought a bunch of atomizers. Now I think there's a purple one somewhere. that I ordered, the rounded shaped ones. But with this one, I had an extra black one. So what I did is I colored the cap, put in some like purple pink nail polish to distinguish it, because I also have this one that I use for a different perfume, the black. And it's funny because it kind of matches like the lid on here. So this is how I know. And if I'm in a hurry, I just know which one to grab, and I grab this one. So here we go. I am going to spray it on my wrist. The atomizers are great. They are absolutely great. I have a bunch. I have them mostly color coded except this one. So with the other ones, the purple one, and the other two that I did my reviews for, they don't stand up because they're rounded at the bottom. So I just absolutely hate that. So my next atomizers, make sure that if you guys buy them, you get the flat bottom so that you can actually stand them up. But anyhow, I can just grab it because I know this is Crystal Noir by Versace. I don't even know if I even said the title of what the perfume is. Versace Crystal Noir. I know you guys can read, so here it is. The bottle's just gorgeous, just love it. And it's very heavy. And to me, like usually the really heavy bottles tend to have some kind of I can't say they're more expensive or more valuable in some ways, but they give they feel more luxurious to me, I guess, in that way. So let's get to the notes. God, I just this is like me. It's like my soul. Honestly, this perfume feels like my soul. I don't know about you guys, but perfume can trigger emotions in me. It triggers my moods, and not bad moods, but it could uplift my mood. I don't think there's ever been a perfume that puts me in a bad mood, but it can change. It brings memories, and it brings like it makes me reminisce, nostalgia and things like that. Like it just really, perfume triggers me. My senses are very sensitive to smells, and perfume just is absolutely gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. All right, so the top notes, and I decided in my last reviews I never bothered bringing up the notes on my phone, but so this is something that I do feel the need to say. So pepper, ginger, cardamom are the top notes. That's when you first spray it, what you get initially. And I have to say that I have read that some people say that it smells a little masculine. And at first I was like, no, I don't think it does. And I wore it a few times and I thought, you know, I could see what people mean by the fact that it smells a little masculine. It's a very clean, fresh smell. And it is a little, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very subtle, sharp. I don't know if that makes sense. And it's the pepper and the ginger. Although I would never smell my hand or anything that has been sprayed on and say, I smell pepper, I smell ginger. But it's kind of like, so pepper does have a little bit of a sharp smell to it. And it has that. It does have that. I think with the pepper, it really creates a little bit of a sharp opening, but it's also very subtle sharp, and it's a very round, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a prickly, like, ooh, like that. It's soft and subtle, but it is a little sharp, and I assume that it's getting it from the pepper and the ginger. Although again, I don't think I could ever smell it and say, oh, that's ginger, you know. The middle notes, I think the middle notes come right after the top note. The way I smell it when I spray it on, it's almost like you get that little punchy pepper, ginger, cardamom, but right after that comes the coconut, gardenia, orange blossom, and peony. Now, what I smell the most in this perfume, regardless if it's at the beginning, the middle, or the base, or the dry down, is coconut. The coconut seems to be so well blended in this perfume. It is beautifully blended. Everything in this perfume is blended beautifully. So you may get a little bit more at the beginning, then in the middle, then the dry down. You kind of, certain things stay, but it definitely is a creamy gardenia coconut is what I'm smelling. And that with the pepper and the ginger, I think they work so well. So if it does have a masculine smell to it, it like immediately just softens up with this coconut and gardenia. And it has like a very mild floral smell. It's not very, like, to me, I don't see it as very flowery, but there is the sweetness of a flower in there, and it has orange blossom and peony. And I can't say I'm very familiar with what peony smells like in itself. The orange blossom, I have a good, idea. It's very complementary to gardenia and coconut. I could tell you that, the orange blossom. And I know that orange blossom is one of like the favorite kind of scents to mix into women's perfumes, because it lends itself, I think, beautifully to so many, to complement other notes. And then the base notes, what I think brings this just so beautifully together with the sharp pepper and ginger, and then you have more of the creamy, like the coconut gardenia. Now, gardenia in itself is a very highly scented, very strong scented type of flower, but it does tend to, like the gardenia, and it's a little sharp too. Like I have noticed the gardenia can have a little sharp note to it, but with the coconut, it's almost like, this is going to sound like a weird description, but when you eat Indian food and it's really spicy, like the purpose of their yogurt, like that white yogurt sauce, is to kind of calm and soothe down some of that heat. I feel like the coconut and the gardenia kind of does that to the pepper and the ginger. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of what it's doing. It's just kind of subduing it a little bit. But the base notes, and I can smell all of these in such, not individually, but they just, I don't know, they just blended. Whoever did this is a genius. Sandalwood, musk, and amber. And those three things, those three last base notes, I think is what carries this perfume through all the different stages. Like it just softens, rounds, and warms up all of these scents. Again, this to me is probably one of the most genius, I don't know how to say, geniusly or most genius blend of perfumes ever. It's just, and yes, I'm going to say it is somewhat masculine. I feel like if a man wore this, I would be in love. Like I'd be smelling his neck all the time. Maybe I should make my husband wear this, or ask him to wear it, make it a choice. But it's beautiful. I can't say enough. I feel like this perfume is my heart. It really does. It defines me. It defines everything. It defines a lot of things that make me very happy. The beach, warm weather, tropical, the coconut in it also. Let me just say, it is not a cheap smelling coconut either. It's not like the body sprays that you buy at like Bath and Body Works or anything like that. It is truly a very sophisticated coconut. This perfume smells classy, by the way, too. It's kind of sophisticated. It is dark. Like the bottle intrigued me. The bottle just represents what you're going to get, to be honest, except, if you think this is gaudy, it's not gaudy. It's unique. I would say it's unique and it's noticeable. Like this perfume is very noticeable on a person in a good way. It's strong but subtle at the same time. This is not overwhelming. Like I do not like overwhelming perfumes, and I have already said that in a different video. I do not like overwhelming. Like I tried Elie Saab, Girl of Now, and I've tried Scandal. Those to me were like, I could not handle that. It's too much smell, way too much. This is dark, creamy, a little spicy, but not oriental. Like they've tried to describe it as oriental. There's no orient in this to me. What this is a little peppery, gingery, slightly masculine, but smoothed out with that coconut and that amber and the musk. And what else did it have? I think it was the coconut. Oh, the magnolia. The magnolia flower really makes it so beautiful. It is strong yet soft, if that makes sense. Unless I spray like 10, 15 sprays and walk by somebody, I usually spray with this. I do 1, 2, 1 on my chest and my arm like this. And sometimes I will spray the back of my hair and my neck just to get like that little whiff. And it's not too strong. I mean, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprays. And, you know, and then I'll spray it again, maybe 4 or 5 hours later, I'll do 1. And it's just, it's not overwhelming, but it's a noticeable scent. It's very unique as well. What else did I want to say about it? Yes, it's described as mysterious as well. It does have like an element of mystery like that. Like a tropical mystery, you know, you smell it and it's, I would totally be like, oh, who's wearing that? You know, it's dark, it's very seductive too. I guess I should say that. It's sexy. It's so sexy. Again, it's not overwhelming. It's strong yet very subtle, a little masculine, I admit, but in a good way. It's not shy, I guess I should say, but it's not aggressive either. It's perfect. I love this perfume and I have to describe it as perfect. I do. It's my heart, I think. And again, like to me, I smell the coconut 100% throughout the whole thing, mixed with a little bit of flower. It's warm, sensuous, just makes me super happy. And again, the eau de toilette, which is this one, and the eau de parfum smell almost, I would say, to me, it's identical. The eau de parfum is a little bit stronger. I do know that. When I spray it, I can smell it, like sticks longer, but that's expected with perfume versus the toilette. So that is my review. As you can tell, I really love this one. I think this one right now is my heart. This is Nighttime in Miami. All right. Well, thank you for visiting my channel. I am Sophia. Please leave a comment or any questions you may have about any of my reviews, and I will see you later with another review for a different perfume. Thank you. Bye.